Greetings, folks. Just popping on to give you a quick update on presidential election night. Look, I'm after coming out of Tralee Garda station there, and I've made a formal statement now in relation to what happened me at the hands of a presiding officer in booth 3 in Knocknagoshel polling station. I just want to note that the polling clerk and the presiding officer in Knocknagoshel polling station were different from the general election and the local election and previous elections to date. But I'm not going to be intimidated or bullied or harassed anymore by any state department official. And, you know, I have made the formal complaints now to the Electoral Commissioner, CEO Arto O'Leary, along with the returning officer Padraig Burke. And when I came out of the Garda station, I received an email from the returning officer Padraig Burke stating to me in a very matter-of-fact way that he was happy that there was no substance to my complaint. And that he'd spoken to the polling staff in Knocknagoshel polling station. Now, that doesn't surprise me one bit, because this is the same Padraig Burke that is involved in the election fraud investigation, where a statement has been taken from him, as along with myself, in relation to the alleged tearing out of ballot papers by a presiding officer in Turin-Cahill polling station. But I have passed on now the email that Padraig Burke has sent to me, along with my response email, because I'm not going to be fobbed off like that. I want answers, I want reports, what was done, to investigate this from his end. And I've also relayed my concerns now to the new Garda Commissioner, Justin Kelly, because I have huge faith in this new Garda Commissioner that the corruption that's happening in this country and the people that are in state jobs that are preventing justice and causing this corruption, I have great confidence that he now is going to be the man to expose all of this and correct the wrong that's been done. Because I'm sick of it now. I'm sick of being targeted by the Irish state. I'm sick of being unlawfully arrested and jailed. And I'm sick of this, what happened in my own home parish, in my own school, where I attended primary school. For a presiding officer to think that they can come in and harass me and bully me like that, I'm not going to take that lying down, and I will go to the High Court. And the great thing now, after what I've learned from my High Court proceedings into the election fraud of the 2024 general election, I've learned an awful lot from the judges there, that timing is everything in relation to getting your petitions in and bringing any cases within a short window space of them happening. So I have everything on record. My paperwork has been meticulous. As I said, now it's with the Electoral Commission, it's with An Garda Síochána, and I can do no more from my end at the moment. I was informed I will have a pulse number tomorrow, and I will be following up on that. And look, TikTok then, I had released my video of what happened me in Knocknagoshel polling station booth 3, and TikTok have taken down and banned my account again. This, I believe, is the 20th time TikTok have banned my account from telling the truth. So I 100% believe that the government and government ministers and TDs are behind my videos being banned, because one thing about me is they know I'm speaking the truth and they know I'm speaking the facts, and no matter how they try and silence me, my following just keeps increasing. So they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot every time they ban me, because it only my audience reach only increases after it. So I'm not going to be stopped or silenced. I have the right to my opinion, and I'm exposing the corruption that's happening in this country, and I suppose the government don't like it. But I just looked up there, and Today, Kerry have come out with a strong, one of the strongest turnouts of voting in the country. Killarney are up at 16% of the turnout. Castleisland, my own local electoral area, has come out at 14.5%. And sure, Kilgarvan are topping it again at 10%. That is no surprise, folks, because we all know that Kilgarvan every time comes out with the strongest and one of the highest electoral turnouts in the country. But, you know, the biggest protest we did today in this country, and it will be shown tomorrow, because I believe after the first hour in the morning, when the first tallies are done, we'll know who our next president is. But don't be surprised at the amount of spoiled votes that are going to be out there, because look at social media tonight. It's nearly crashing with the amount of spoiled votes that are being put up by people on it. And look, tomorrow is another day, and I live to fight another day. And look, I've no doubt in my mind that Catherine Connolly will be the next president of Ireland. And look, I just want to thank everyone for all your support and everything. And if anyone wants to see the video that had reached 50,000 viewers in a matter of a few hours, it's on my Michelle Keane Facebook page and on my YouTube account. But for tonight, you know, let's end corruption in the electoral rigging and the election fraud that's happening in our country. This has to be stopped. And again, I've huge faith that our new Commissioner, Justin Kelly, will get to the bottom of this. So, for my final time today, and in the last 31 days of saying, you know, this is the final of the two-legged donkey derby race to the Áras farce of a presidential election. And, you know, to Nick Delahunty and Maria Steen, you know, ye will run again in the next presidential election, and ye will be on the ballot paper. Because remember one thing, I cannot wait until this Hibernia party come out and say that they're, you know, they're all set in gung-ho, because, you know, under Captain Kelly's leadership and the Wild Geese, we know one thing for sure is the only way to get this cobbled together out of government, out of office, is to do it peacefully and democratically. And the only way to do that is in the ballot boxes and making it too big to rig. So look, folks, have a fabulous Friday night, and thank you, each and every one of you, for following me. And particularly over the last 31 days, we've had some laughs on the two-legged donkey derby race to the Áras. And look, we'll be back to more serious stuff now and exposing more corruption that's happening. And our thoughts and prayers tonight are with that poor autistic 10-year-old girl and her mother and father. What happened this week in City West. There are no words, and say a prayer for them tonight. Gura Mila Mahagiv.